Today is day 5 of Switzerland and we are in Grindelwald, which is actually my favorite spot in this whole trip. Let's get into it. First, we took a train from Interlaken and came to Grindelwald, and we had to go to our hostel, which was called the Youth Hostel Grindelwald. The thing was, the next bus was coming in 1 hour. After seeing Google Maps, which said it was 15 minutes walking, we thought why not walk rather than waiting for a whole hour for the bus. What we didn't know was that our hostel was actually a little bit on top of a mountain, and also we didn't realize that when we clicked walking route on Google Maps, it gave us a route that was almost like a trail, like a hike. It was very unsuitable for us coming with luggage. But, we already went that way and we didn't realize any of this. We all got really tired and my dad came through and kind of helped us all towards the end.
OMG!
Finally, we reached our hostel, and let me tell you, the views were so beautiful.
There's a tub kind of a thing. Oh wow, look at the view.
The view is so good.
Oh my god. Look at that. Oh.
Especially from our room. We've never had like this balcony from the room with such a gorgeous view. The room itself was very spacious, and the bathrooms were located like literally 2 steps outside of our room, so very convenient. Then our plans for our day in Grindelwald was basically to go to Mount Fierst, which was basically this mountain with a bunch of adventurous activities like ziplining, trot biking, and more. So we took a cable car up there, and honestly the views were super beautiful, super gorgeous. And I would advise bringing a jacket because the cable car ride is literally 20 minutes. This place is so far up the mountain that it's like 10 times colder than ground level. Most of the activities here are not free. You have to buy a package on ground level before you go up the cable car, but there are a few packages that are free that I'll get into later in this video. So for the non-free activities, when you are going in the cable car at different stations, it will have signs which say how much the wait time is for each activity. I would advise being smart about that and picking the activities that have the least wait time to do first. The first one we went on was these mountain carts. The mountain carts were pretty fun, but it was a bit more bumpy than I would have liked. And because of that bumpiness, I feel like I couldn't properly look at the scenery, and it was a little bit stressful. As I was coming up the gondola, I noticed that there was this robot machine that was actually putting the mountain carts onto the gondola to be brought up. So I just thought that was very cool. The next activity we did was this zipline parasailing sort of thing. The idea here was that you basically put a suit on and it has this hook at the back of the suit, and that attaches to this equipment. The ride just takes you very fast backwards all the way up a mountain, and then it immediately goes back down. I would recommend wearing a jacket because with how fast it's going, it gets like 10 times colder on the ride. I really liked going backwards on the ride because the wind was not in your face, and it was sort of a new experience because I feel with a lot of rides, they make you go forwards, and you don't really have a lot of exposure to this backwards experience. So that was very interesting to me. And I regret not doing this, but a lot of people were parasailing there, and I 100% recommend that you go parasailing as well. I think you have to buy tickets for this on ground level and a little bit in advance because there are only a limited number of spots. And then we did my favorite activity there, the trot bikes. They're kind of like this bicycle scooter hybrid. As opposed to the mountain carts, this path was super smooth. Also, it was like never ending. Just 15 to 20 minutes going on this smooth path with great scenery around you. It's really fun. I do say though, be very cautious. I would recommend just like testing it out a little bit before you just go full, down the mountain, and learning how to properly handle the bike and not being risky with the bike, because I feel like they don't really stress this enough, but we saw one person on our way who actually fell from their bike, and later on in the day we saw a helicopter travel to that spot, so it seemed to be a pretty serious situation, and we learned that this is not a rare occurrence. And then there are a lot of free activities which are just as fun. If you go up the mountain, there is this really nice restaurant there with a great view.
Hey guys, we're eating at this restaurant and this is our view.
Then there is also this cliff walk. It's very pretty and it leads to this great picture point. You can actually see that there's a line for it here. We ended up doing the cliff walk twice just because we thought it was that cool.
Hey guys.
And this was basically our day 5, so stay tuned for day 6.